Alright, I am having issues with the new Dewalt auto feeder, and I figured out why. This thing was leaving clickers. I was having all kinds of problems with the taper, screaming about clickers, and I noticed when I was hanging lids that the thing was getting clickers. It was really inconsistent. No matter what depth I put it on, it would be like too deep and then not deep enough. But anyhow, the problem is I'm doing these lids. And this is my old feeder. This is the old feeder. I was having problems with it. The nose cone busted. There's a little foot pad here busted, and I saw the new thing and went and jumped on it. Anyhow, this is the old one. Now this thing is on here like a rock. This is almost like part of your gun. It just barely any flex at all here. I mean, hardly any flex at all. It's almost like part of your gun. There's so little flex when this thing is locked down on the gun. So you get a nice clean set. But then the new one, the DCF6202, has got some issues with locking down tight on the gun. And then you put this one on, and there's all kinds of slop on this thing where it just goes side to side way more. You know, it's just sloppy. You can see the top part of this thing flexes back and forth. I don't know if you can really see it on this video or see it, but it flexes way more than this other one. I'm going to put the shaft in because it doesn't really matter. But this thing, I mean, it barely moves at all. It's just like maybe a 1/4 inch at the most, either way, whatever. But and the problem is, I'm going up with a lid, and I hang it out on my side, away from my body like that, and then when it gets away from my body, it does this. It kinks sideways. I mean, you can really see it there. You know, boom! It kinks sideways, and then it shines the screw. It doesn't give you a clean, flat set because this thing is all sideways for me, you know, torquing out. Now maybe if I turned it like that, turned it the other way, but still, I mean, look at this. Look at that. You know, you can see it so bad there. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, but this one, you know, that's just bad. That should not be doing that. Whereas with the old one, the old fatty, I mean, oh, you can barely move this thing. I mean, you can barely move it. Turn it this way, that way, the other way. It barely moves at all. Anyhow, that's what I have to say about this new improved product. It's still not skinny enough to get in the corners, really, so I don't see what the point. It's a little bit better at doing lid sealing backing, which is where I really fall down with this fat sucker. It just will not do corners and lid, not even lid backing. But anyhow, the problem is with this new one, it doesn't lock down to the gun tight enough. It wobbles all over the place. I consider it a defective unit that needs some work, and I'm going to see if I can get my money back. Somehow I doubt it, but we'll see.